All right, Dr. Jeff Pura Vida from Costa Rica, Rythmia Life Advancement Center. Commit to yourself. Okay, so who is responsible for your healthcare, your medical coverage, your overall well-being, your peace of mind, your addiction issues, all the things that we deal with that are difficult in life, anxiety, depression? Who's responsible for that? Well, I'll tell you who. You're responsible. So you got to commit to yourself. You have to look at yourself and say, what is it about my lifestyle? What is it about the decisions I'm making? What is it about me that I need to shift or adjust? Now, for all of us in a system of existence that does not really facilitate self-realization, it doesn't look at who we are as people so much, it looks at the outside, right? For those of us, usually in the Western system of healthcare and corporations and all that, you know, it's us. It's us who need to wake up and look at ourselves and make a change. However, it's hard to do that when we're in a system that doesn't facilitate or allow that sort of shift. So Rythmia is a place that you can come to and you can make that shift. Now at Rythmia, what happens here is that you come and you get to know who you are as a person. You get to connect with yourself. You get to plug into who you are individually. And then when you're plugged into yourself, you get to see, wow, I didn't know this is who I've become over the years. I didn't know that I needed to heal my heart. I didn't know that I needed to plug back into my soul, right? I didn't know these things. I thought I was like doing okay, sort of, right? Just on cruise control through life. So for those of you that have, multiple issues you're dealing with, like I mentioned, whether it's addiction or trauma, anxiety, depression, you got a med history, you got like all these different life choices going on. You're not happy in your job. You're not happy in your relationship, all these different things. You're stressed out, right? There's a lot of stress right now in the world. Don't look to outside sources to help you change, because those sources, all they're going to do is give you a couple words of advice that might be helpful, but they're going to charge you money. They're going to require that you look outside of yourself to make a shift. Look at you. Look at yourself. And in the West, we haven't learned how to do that too well. We just don't know how to do that great. So at Rythmia, what's happening here is you're learning how to plug into yourself and how to connect with who you are as a person and resolve these issues for yourself. There's nothing better than coming to a realization that you have about your life that you've done yourself. It's very fulfilling, and it actually creates real change. If my mom and dad told me something when I was a kid, or if I have a therapist that tells me something, or a doctor or a teacher, or somebody tells me something I need to do, I'm going to listen sort of halfway. I'm going to listen sort of kind of, and then I'm going to do whatever I want, right? It doesn't resonate with me. But when I tell myself something and when I listen to me, that's where real change starts from. And I can plug into who I am as a person. I can really figure out what is the right path for me. So committing to yourself is a key component of happiness and success. So you guys know I come to you on Monday nights, and Monday nights are the first night of the week for the plant medicine ceremonies and the herbal support therapy that we do here at Rythmia. And 95% of the guests are first timers, and they've never done ayahuasca or any plant medicine before in their life. And they're here and they're nervous, and they're super nervous. And we do it in a way that's really gentle, and we do it in a way that eases them into the process. There's a lot of these like diehard plant medicine people that have like a lot of experience with it, and they say, oh, you guys got to go into the jungle. you guys got to venture off into like, you know, with this shaman up on a mountain. You got to trek for 2 days to get there, go up a river, up the Amazon River. You have to do all this sort of like sacrifice to get to this place because it shows that you're serious about what you're doing. Dude, I can't even finish what I'm going to say because it's so stupid. It's so silly. Now, I'm not trying to knock that experience because that's a great experience for a lot of people. And a lot of people do that. And it is deep. It is profound, right? And it can be really cool. But there's a lot of danger involved in some of those situations. Now, some places are great, and there's no harm and no foul in going to those places. However, at Rythmia, we are a resort. We're in a beautiful country of Costa Rica, which is like my favorite country in the world because it's safe and beautiful, and the people are amazing. And we have a medical license. And we have tons of staff. We have medical nurses, and we have doctors and therapists and holistic counselors and tons of people that work here that are supporting you, right? And you come and you can feel safe in a container that is conducive to your healing. And when you come here, we're going to treat you in a way, basically if you're at the Four Seasons, right? You guys know the Four Seasons Hotel. It's like the guest is always right. You guys are in charge. We're here for you, right? That's what we're here to do because we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel safe. And we're going to ease you into the plant medicine in a way that is conducive to helping you get your miracle. And that's the beauty of Rythmia because we're the bridge between the ancient world of plant medicine and the Western medical model of like all this crazy stuff going on with hospitals and whatever. We're the bridge. And we're going to help you get what you need, plug into yourself, commit to you, and get healed. So every week, you know, Saturday, Sunday, people are coming and going. And, you know, the people that are leaving are, there's this one guy from Australia, you know, last week, he left yesterday, actually. And, you know, he was like skeptical when he first got here. He's like, I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I've tried different plant medicines. I've never done ayahuasca. I said, dude, follow our program. Do the process that we have set up for you. So, you know, we'll see. First night, second night, third night, he's like, yeah, you know, it was okay, but I don't know. Fourth night, boom, it hit him. And he was able to shift his entire belief system about who he is as a person, his own healing, and what he needed for himself. And this was a tough dude from Australia. He was a badass. And he wasn't going to listen to like anybody about what he needed to do to heal because he'd been through a lot, he'd seen a lot, and he needed to figure it out for himself. If you're one of those people that needs to figure it out for yourself, doesn't trust people, you know, doesn't really trust healthcare practitioners. I get a lot of people on the intake who say like, I don't trust doctors. I'm like, good, because I don't either. I'm a doctor. I don't trust doctors either. And the reason is because doctors are being, you know, their training kind of pigeonholes them to a certain kind of way of thinking about health and about healing, right? It kind of pigeonholes them. And if you're a patient, you have to get fit into a category in order for us to heal you. And I need to diagnose you in a certain way, you know, so that I can categorize your pathology, and I can make sure that, you know, I'm going to go down a certain route of therapeutic intervention. It's gonna, I can't even talk about it. It's just so crazy. It just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. And the reason why it makes no sense to me is because I've been here for 5 years since we opened, and I've seen so much change in these guests. I've seen the most incredible shifts, and it's all from the individual. It's all because people committed to themselves and they committed to what they want to achieve in life, right? So if you come and check this program out, right, if you come to Rythmia, you don't need to, prepare a ton. Some people do, and that's good. But if you just get here, let us handle your process by setting up a program of classes and plant integration sessions and plant medicine sessions and breath work sessions and massage and super healthy food with Meg, our 5-star chef, and with all the things that we offer here. Let us handle and support your process. So committing to yourself is really what this is about. You know, what I love, you know, I've mentioned this before in my Facebook Lives, what I love is that, you know, when I was working as a therapist in LA, there was like a lot of, you know, I was at different facilities. I had a private practice with a group of people. I was working in a psychiatric hospital. I was working in a rehab. I was working in, you know, various, you know, mental health facilities. And they have like these effectiveness measures, right? They were judging like how I'm doing as a health practitioner. And it was based on like, you know, what were the outcome results of my patients? Like, you know, were they on the meds, or were they, you know, were they less suicidal, and all these kinds of things, right? So there's a lot of pressure like on the clinician to like make sure that, you know, you were doing your job, right? And the beauty of Rythmia is that, you know, I don't need to worry about all that kind of stuff, because the individual is doing the work themselves. Like, you guys are doing the work. You guys are the ones that are like going through the process and doing this amazing healing sort of like path that you're on. And I'm just here to help kind of supervise the process and like watch it unfold. You know, there's a lot of people that want to have therapy sessions with me, and I only have, you know, so many hours in the day. And some people I say, okay, well, I'll touch base with you in 2 days, right? And by that time, you know, they're like, hey, I don't even need to talk to you, because I figured it out myself. I figured out like what's wrong and what's going on and what I need to do, what my life purpose is and why I'm here, what I need to do when I get home. And it's just the most incredible, incredible thing. So I invite you to come to Rythmia, check out what we're doing. You know, I'm a guy that was trained for 18 years in the Western medical model. I have a medical anthropology undergrad. I have a master's in public health. I have a post-bac in pre-medical sciences. I have a doctorate in psychology. I've run 6 different healthcare facilities, one of them being the biggest and most successful rehab in the world. Worked for the Department of Health. I've published papers in prenatal diagnostic screening, of all things. I have a lot of background in healthcare. And I'm telling you, right? I have never seen the kind of results that I'm seeing every week at Rythmia. It is a true miracle. This is the new model for healthcare. Plant medicine with a supportive environment in a medical setting. That's what's up. That's what we're doing. Come down here and check us out. I can't wait to meet you. Pura vida from Costa Rica. Dr. Jeff, Chief Medical Officer, Rythmia Life Advancement Center.